responsible for the well-being of many group-centered programs such as FAMs, internships, and mentorships. How do you plan on navigating the inherent emotional burden that comes with trying to accommodate everyone and make sure that everyone is comfortable and happy in their spaces?
In terms of just being comfortable, making gen members feel comfortable, I think in every fam, there's kind of a different vibe in terms of like people in the fam. So some fams can be really extroverted, some can be like introverted, and some can be extroverted. And so in terms of the fam system, I want to choose fam heads who are really like match with the fam general members. So I don't want like fam heads to like really like plan an event like really high level for people who are a bunch of introverts. I feel like I want that to match so that ensure the fam general member happiness.
For me, I was thinking of having the fam size be smaller. So I'll have fam size be smaller and have more fams, so that fam heads could focus on every member in their fam. Because I feel like right now, like it's hard to manage like 50 members in comparison to like managing 30. And I feel like you'll be able to like be closer with your fam, and planning hangouts would be much easier as well, because again, planning for 30 is easier than planning for 50. So yeah, that's what I guess.
For your next question, because IVP deals with so many people and events, how will you mitigate burnout throughout the year?
Personally, for me, again, what I said in my speech, I feel like planning accordingly, planning ahead will help avoid burnout. And like what I said before, like we'll start FAM applications in the spring, and then my ideas for internship is collab with president, so we could do interviews right away and in an according manner. And then also for mentorship, I was still planning on having academics collab with us, because previously in my old high school I was a co-director, and I had to plan, I had to pair students to tutors, and I realized like bouncing ideas off of your other co was really helpful in creating complementary pairs. So, and also when I noticed that I'm burning out, I would be very vocal with it. Even in my internship, when I found like I was like I had too much work, I would tell Haley, the previous IVP, that I needed some space, or communicate that I needed more assistance in some things. So that's how I would manage burnout.
In terms of burnout, I'm my first year, so I don't got a lot of load as compared to other second years or third years. But also, my personal opinion, I did take 6 classes at winter quarter, which I didn't know winter quarter was like the most dead quarter. And so in addition to winter quarter, I also applied for internship and class rep position. And so throughout that quarter, I feel like I really increased my limit in terms of workload, because I know college is a learning curve. And so I just feel like I'm prepared for this burnout. In addition to just me, like I type a lot like crazy. Like I have Notion, I work on Notion calendar. So I've not prepared for these responsibilities.
Next question is, based on your experiences as interns, how will you make use of the knowledge you learned about the behind the scenes of Infusion? What improvements or changes do you plan to implement in the IVP's main programs, since you were both involved with all of them?
For me personally, I kind of already touched base on certain things that I would change or improve on. I think the collaborations that the current IVP had for the mentorship was something that I still want to implicate. I feel like some modifications that could be done is for the FAM systems. I feel like FAM challenges wasn't as known. A lot of the lower classmen didn't know that there were like FAM of the quarter and FAM of the year, and I feel like we could publicize, or like, I feel like as an IVP, I feel like I could support the FAM heads specifically in organizing events or budgeting events. I was also thinking of allocating some more money towards FAMs. So because like, at the end of the day, we're all college students. We're not all able to like afford like spending a lot of money for our FAMs. And I wouldn't want money to be the issue for the lack of like hanging out or lack of activeness. So I feel like if we allocate a little bit more money towards FAMs, we would be able to have better quality hangouts, and which will lead to better turnout.
I think also said what I once put on the FAM heads, not FAM heads, the FAMs and the mentorship program. It's basically having the FAMs like master vibe and just like doing stuff on a larger scale. In addition to the mentor-mentee program, just make sure our mentors are very committed to their mentees. And in terms of just being class rep and intern, I feel like I've gained a lot of experience in just like being able to like facilitate and also just deal with a lot of gen members and make sure they're happy. So, yeah.
Next question is, please critique the current position holder.
Again, I kind of mentioned it in the last, my last answer. I feel like FAM points and the FAM system and the FAM challenges weren't as vocalized, and I kind of explained what changes I would like to see made. And again, with the internship program, it was kind of scrambled because like the reveal was kind of pushed late, and I feel like towards the end of my internship, I just had a lot of orientations to do with different board members. I feel like those are just some things that I kind of saw that I want to improve on in the future. But then again, what I said before, like the collaborations that she had with academics and the way that IVP was constantly like checking in on her interns was very important to me, because again, those like personal connections that you make with the people in your internal programs are pretty important, because you also feel comfortable enough to, like for me personally, I felt comfortable enough to tell Haley like when I was burning out or whenever I needed extra support. So I also want to be that same type of support system to potentially my future interns, and also to anyone on board who also may need assistance.
First of all, Lee's a great MVP. She's a mother. But in terms of critiquing, I feel like as if I want to be IVP, I want to be more like upfront at Fusion. Just really going up to like new members and just really talking about like who they are and just getting to know them. Because I want to emphasize that people can talk to me, gen members, interns, class reps, all the leaders, if they ever need support. Because I want to be that big pillar of support. Either it can be academic or emotional. So I just want to be there in person and just really let everybody know that, hey, you could always talk to me. You could always talk to me about academics or just emotional support.
This will be the last question for this time. And this question is, what do you believe makes you stand out more as IVP candidate in comparison to the others?
I feel like for me personally, since my first year I spent it as a general member, I feel like I was able to experience Fusion at like its like purest form, just as a general member, and I got to see like how Fusion was before a lot of people came into it. And since I spent my second year seeing the behind the scenes and how they were able to adapt to a large increase in members, I feel like I have better experience and just more connection with Fusion, because I've just been in the Fusion space a little longer than him. And I feel like for me personally, I took a lot of leading roles when I was in internship, or in my internship. I felt like I personally advocated for hangouts with my class, and again, advocating for our own retreat. So I just feel like I am a bit more experienced in a sense.
In terms of why I stand out, I'll let you know my first year, and I know that's kind of looked down upon, which I totally understand. But in terms of just me being also a first year, I kind of want to show that I did a lot my first year. So I already showed I can balance a lot of work, take 6 classes, top of the FEP, internship project. In addition to just applying to the internship program, which I also try to advocate and try to do as much intern experience as possible, in addition to my class rep position, which hosting events for first years. I understand like I don't have a lot of experience. I've only been in the fusion space for 3 quarters, but I feel like with all that, I feel like I can just show you that I'm really committed. I'm really dedicated to this